The Prince Lost in the Sword Forest and the Snow Princess. Deep within the kingdom, where ancient trees twisted like gnarled fingers and the air hummed with forgotten magic, lay the Sword Forest. It was called this not because of any battles fought there, but because of the peculiar trees that grew within. Their branches were sharp and straight, like blades reaching for the sky. Prince Elian, a young man with a spirit as bright as his golden hair, had wandered into this strange place, following a mischievous sprite. He'd been laughing, chasing the little creature with its shimmering wings, when suddenly, the forest grew quiet. The sprite vanished, and Elian found himself surrounded by the sharp metallic leaves. The sun struggled to pierce the dense canopy, casting long, eerie shadows. Elian called out, but only the rustling of the sword branches answered. He was lost. Meanwhile, high in the snowy mountains that bordered the kingdom, lived Princess Anya. Her skin was as pale as fresh snow, and her eyes sparkled like ice crystals. She was known as the Snow Princess, not only for her beauty but also for her kind heart. She loved the snowy creatures of the mountains, the playful snow foxes, the wise old owls, and the gentle mountain goats. One day, as Anya was skiing down a snowy slope, a gust of wind carried a strange sound to her ears, a faint cry for help. Following the sound, she discovered a set of footprints leading down from the mountains and into the edge of the Sword Forest. Knowing the forest's dangerous reputation, Anya felt a pang of worry. She bravely ventured into the forest, her white cloak blending perfectly with the patches of snow that clung to the sharp branches. The air grew colder, and the shadows deepened. After what seemed like hours, she heard another cry, weaker this time. She followed the sound and found Elian, huddled at the base of a large sword tree, shivering from the cold. "Are you all right?" Anya asked, her voice soft as falling snow. Elian looked up, startled. He had never seen anyone so beautiful. "I'm lost," he whispered, "and so cold." Anya smiled gently. "Don't worry. I'll help you." Using her knowledge of the mountains and her sharp eyes, Anya led Elian through the maze of sword trees. She told him stories of the snow creatures, keeping his spirits up and distracting him from the biting cold. As they walked, Elian told Anya about chasing the sprite and how he had gotten lost. Finally, they emerged from the forest, the warm sunlight bathing their faces. Elian turned to Anya, his eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you," he said. "You saved me." Anya blushed, a faint pink tint appearing on her cheeks. "You're welcome," she replied. "It's important to help those in need." As Elian returned to his kingdom and Anya to her snowy mountains, they both knew they would never forget their encounter in the Sword Forest. Elian had learned the importance of caution, and Anya had reaffirmed her belief in kindness. And who knows, perhaps their paths would cross again someday.